Включен?
Включен. Можно начинать.
Доктор, мозги кипят. А цивилизации где? Вот, цивилизации. Доктор, цивилизации где? Доктор, мозги кипят. Доктор, мозги кипят. Доктор, мозги кипят. Доктор, это мой инструмент. Ну на. Я один себе возьму. Доктор, мозги кипят. Доктор, мозги кипят.
Let's go.
Погромче можно говорить.
His brain hurts. He has to go.
Закрыть зачем?
You can talk something for now while I plug in my presentation.
So, my name is Nikoloz Gvasalia. I'm a student from Georgia, Tbilisi State University, and today I will try to introduce my country, to represent my country to you. So, namely, Georgia. Georgia is a little country between the Caucasus.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll interrupt.
I will do the brief presentation about Fermata Arts Foundation. My name is Tatiana Ishutkina, and I am executive director of this organization. The overall mission of the corporation is to aid in the preservation of peace through mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation. The model for achieving this is through the synthesis of art, architecture, philosophy, and poetry. The corporation exists to promote and encourage true intercultural dialogue between countries, through which the representatives of different countries can discover shared value and spiritual commonality. Then I have a slide. Oh, the slides are not shown. Okay. What we do, and some of the projects that we do is exhibitions of children's drawings from post-Soviet countries. And we have exhibitions, about 40 plus exhibitions from 16 countries: Ukraine, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Italy, Republic of Georgia, Armenia, Latvia, USA, Nagorno-Karabakh, Kazakhstan, Bulgaria, Russia, Estonia, Lithuania, Uzbekistan, and Moldova. We demonstrate these exhibitions in several states, actually in 9 states, mostly in New England, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, Vermont. We also have legal existence in Arkansas and Texas. Fermata Arts Foundation by numbers, we service 26 cities and towns in Connecticut, 27 cities and towns in Massachusetts, and 50 cities and towns in New Hampshire. And only last year we had 132 exhibits of children's drawings in public spaces. Thank you very much for your attention, and now I'm giving the podium to Nikoloz Gvasalia.
Thank you very much. So, as I mentioned, I'm from Tbilisi, Georgia. Tbilisi is the city capital of Georgia. So basically, Georgia is located in the Caucasus region, and namely in the southern Caucasus. It's inhabited by indigenous people, and they are called Georgian. Georgia is a part of the world history and originates from the first civilization of mankind. Land was inhabited by Georgians, and it were located at the crossroads of the Europe and Asia, and had close ties with both Eastern and Western civilizations. The shortest land trade caravan route from the India passed through Georgian territory. I mean the Silk Road, of course. Traces of the first men were discovered in the southern part of modern Georgia, the Homo erectus, and some scientists call it Homo georgicus after the place of discovery. It dates back in 1.8, 1.7 million years ago. So basically, this is the main reason of why white-skinned people called Caucasian white-skinned people race called Caucasian, because first persons outside of Africa were found in the modern Georgian territory located in the Manisi, and there were two like ancient persons. They're called Zezva and Zia, and their skull represents us that they inhabited these lands so long time ago. Also, the Georgians are mentioned in ancient Eastern sources, Assyrian, Urartian, Hittite, and others. From these sources, it is known that on the territory of Georgia as early in BC, in the second millennium, the following states were from Diokia and Kolha, and a little later, Iberia, land of Speria. So basically, we can say that the Kolha is the first birthplace of the metallurgists, because that time metallurgy items are still represented in the Georgian National Museum in Tbilisi, and also we can say that the wheat and were the best from the Kolha. Also, ancient Greek sources give a lot of information. For example, Homer, Apollonius of Rhodes, Euripides, and Herodotus, who is called the father of the history. In his work, history speaks more than once about Georgian tribes, and at the beginning reminds the reader that Medea, granddaughter of the sun, the god Helios, was from the country of gold, the country of the golden rune, Georgia. So basically, you might heard about the ancient Greek mythology, about the Argo, the Argonauts who sailed the Black Sea. So basically, this event took place in the ancient Georgian place, ancient Western Georgian side. So basically, the mythology is about how they stole the golden rule from Georgian, from Kolha king, the Ayed, and they flee with the golden rule with Ayed's daughter Medea. Georgia was known as the birthplace of ancient metallurgists, the country of, as I mentioned, the country of agriculture. Discovered artifacts represent the best varieties of wheat. Colchian flax was at the time the most expensive in the world. Georgians are the best winemakers according to the census conducted by the Russian Empire in the 19th century. There were about 500 more grape varieties. So I have to mention that Georgians are...
Как индивидуал выступаешь?
No, I represented the fermentars.
Индивидуал?
No,
А где удостоверение?
I have in my wallet.
Huh?
Unfortunately, I forgot in the house, in home.
Тяжело. Ситуация непонятная.
I'll continue.
Продолжай, но как индивидуал.
All regions of country have their own eco-culture, which is reflected in our food, songs, and dances. From year 2 BC, from the 60s, 80s century, Caucasus began to issue its monetary unit called Colchian Tetri. In the 3rd century BC, of the territory of the Georgia, also closely connected with the East Parthia, Sasanian Iran, and the Roman Empire. The king of Kartli, Iberia, will be formed. The statue of King Farsman II the Kartli was erected in the main square in Rome called Antonius Mars Square by Antonius Pius during his rule in the Rome. Following the proclamation of Christianity as the state religion in Rome, Kartli also converted in Christianity in the 4th century, which finally determined its political orientation. It was even that led a new phase of confrontation with the Eastern world. Now this small oasis has become a target of the enemy because of the religion. Fortunately, churches from the 5th century still stand on the territory of the Georgia, and collectively inscriptions on their walls describe us almost every historic facts about that era. I have to mention that one of the 14 scripts of the world in the world is Georgian, and the inscription written with the script was found in Palestine, which dates back to